Folks just finishing up their work week, making their way into Rogers Center here in Toronto. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Astros are looking to make history here today. Can they break the all-time winning streak record? We'll see right after this. Number 57 will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's not a good thing when you give up 6 earned runs. You kind of put your team behind the 8 ball. It's tough to win when your team has to score at least 6 just to tie. This guy's a much better pitcher than he was in his last one, and he's going to have to be if they expect.
Now at the plate, Lou Gehrig. One in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Number 4.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Well, guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock. Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
Fouled away. He'll try again, 1-2. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. The 1-2. Another one sent foul. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. You can kiss it goodbye. So a 2-run shot to left center. Home run number 58 on the year. And the Astros have taken a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you never want to give up anything in the first inning, but to go down 3-0, it's just painful. Can't afford any more early mistakes, or the hole's going to be too deep to climb out of.
Into the box now, Lou Gehrig. And a big hit here with the bases loaded could really put this one out of reach early on.
The last at-bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Would have been a grand slam if he'd straightened it out. Instead, it's a foul ball. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Hey, I love the aggressiveness right here and wanting to be a hero. But this is where you got to tell yourself to relax a little bit. I had an old coach tell me one time, when the bases are loaded, just concern yourself with getting the guy in from third.
On the bag.
Gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And to score is the runner from third. It's a 6-0 ball game. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Digging in to try it again, Jimmy Fox. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. He's set. Here's the 3-2. This is line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send him. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Digging in, Rogers Hornsby. Twos all over
number
the place.
0.
2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. The 3-2 pitch.
Right, stay here.
Hard hit at third. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Astros 7, the Jays nothing. At the plate, Lou Gehrig. 2 hits and 2
4.
trips for him thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a high fastball that's fouled off to the right of the catcher here for strike 1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros, but they're still in control, 7-0. So 2 are gone for the Astros in the 5th. And in steps the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. Fontenot retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. So this already sizable lead gets even larger as 5 more runs cross the plate. Home half of the 5th coming up. Houston leads this one 12-0. Digging in once again, Lou Gehrig. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down. Well, there are blowouts, and then there are blowouts. And this, folks, is a blowout. As you get a look at our line score, it's not often that you see a road team come into this place and put a whooping on these guys like the one we're seeing here tonight. Ready now, Lou Gehrig. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Now the pitch. Line drive to center field. Davis will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits, with one of them being the big home run. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the 9th. The Astros lead it 15-2.
Well, I'm kind of running out of words to describe how incredible this winning streak has become. Every win just cements their legendary status, and it's not even over yet.
15-2 the final tally here. The Stros win for a division best 113th time. Cy Young records the victory, his 13th of the year. Number 57 struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 9 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Rogers Center, 49,282. The Blue Jays thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.
Afternoon baseball on the show as you get a look there inside Rogers Center in Toronto. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Astros look to match the longest winning streak in baseball history. Coming up next. Thomas Pannone is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Toronto. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has really good stuff. And when he's commanding his off-speed pitches like he was in his last one, he threw the ball really well, picking up the win and allowing only 2 runs. If he brings that...
Out. He's out. 3. Out. You're out.
Now at the plate, Ted Williams. He
Leading
did
off for
not
the
play
Astros,
last night, but
the
clearly
designated
back
hitter,
in the starting 9 for
Ted
this one.
Williams.
Here comes the first pitch. To short. Bichette picks it up cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, guys, time for a look at how the Toronto Blue Jays set up on defense today. And let's focus our attention on outfielder Randal Grichuk. It's the ability to put it together every day on a consistent basis that's going to separate this guy from superstar to average big leaguer. Look for him to make an impact on one side of the ball today.
So striding forward
The bat,
now,
number
Ted
9.
Williams. He's 0 for
Designated
1
hitter,
after grounding out
Ted
in his only trip to the
Williams.
plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. High fly ball onto straightaway center.
You're scoring.
Davis is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Astros plate 1 on a couple of hits. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied at 1-1. Standing in, Ted Williams.
bat,
0
number
for
9.
2 on his line thus
Designated
far.
hitter, Ted Williams.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Down the left field line and deep. Fontenot is after it, and he makes the catch in the corner. Ready once again, Ted Williams. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Hitter.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
First delivery to him on the way.
Nope.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. The 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he's able to get there on the long run. And he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. Astros leave one, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Digging in, Ted Williams, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Roll, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
The 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Grichuk has a play. And that retires the side. But they manage to bat around as 9 men come to the plate and 6 of them score. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Astros lead this one 9-3.
Well, I'm kind of running out of words to describe how incredible this winning streak has become. Every win just cements their legendary status, and it's not even over yet.
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. The Houston Astros with 114 wins, most in the division. Vida Blue records win number 16 on the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros, 9 runs on 13 hits. No errors, they left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 40 minutes. Paid attendance at Rogers Center this afternoon, 49,282. The Blue Jays thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.
A great Sunday afternoon for baseball here, north of the border at the Rogers Center in downtown Toronto. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Stros will try to wrap up the three-game series sweep, and we'll have it for you next. Matt Shoemaker gets the starting assignment in this one for the Jays. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3, but if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Play ball. Out. That's ball 4.
Now in the box, Lou Gehrig. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
This guy's got a big shot at the Triple Crown. He's leading in 2 of the 3 categories and top 5 in home runs, so that's where he needs to pick it up.
Here comes the first pitch. Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, Dero, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, Dero, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
Well, this has been a good at bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
Shoemaker comes set. Full count pitch on its way. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. 1 left for Houston, and now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Walter Johnson will be on the mound for the Stros. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at one of the game's top strikeout pitchers. He's averaging over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings so far on the season. We'll know if he's on early by seeing a lot of swings and misses.
Into the box, Lou Gehrig comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Hit hard to the right, but foul. K-Line gets his lead at first, nobody out. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. The 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Now the payoff pitch home. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. But it bends just foul into the second deck. No runs, just one hit, one error so far for the Astros. Popped him up. Number 8 over to his left. Makes the play, one away. At the plate, Lou Gehrig. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
One out, nobody on. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. And the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. Richard moves over. And that's the second out of the inning. In now, Lou Gehrig. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Number 4.
First delivery to him on the way. Grounded foul off to the right side. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Well, I'm kind of running out of words to describe how incredible this winning streak has become. Every win just cements their legendary status, and it's not even over yet.
5-2 the final today. Houston win for the 115th time to set the pace in the division. Walter Johnson wins his 17th game of the season as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Raleigh Fingers closes the door for the save, the league leading 52nd of the season for him. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros, 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.